勝利へ火花散らす挑んでくるならリングに上がりない Yeah ワンツーにクロス合わせベンスウェーで避けてハイデダウンまだ遊んでやるぜ天下切りまで Yes my first round一斉に勝ちたるゲーム回り出す勇者のステップじゃ奪い取れ再生を誓った今はその手で伸ばして届くボタン生き残るラスいつだって条件は No pain no gain、It's all good 浴びるスポットライト匂う断り磨く志常にどこ burning レックでベストバウト超える対戦カードマジで見逃せない Show me what you got 飽きさせない Highlights of the fight 明暗が分かれたサバイバーを考え選ぶのは Winner 育成の道なる Way かき分けて Next chance君の夢存在を示すシャドウ涙で失う場合ない無事のここで自分自身を Try 誰にも譲れない願い握りしめ Fly 投げたダイスが導いた未来へ Die Right 戦いを超えたさもうそう自分次第一斉に勝ちたるゲーム回り出す勇者のステップじゃ奪い取れ再生を誓った今はその手で伸ばして届くボタン生き残るラスいつだって条件は No pain no gain
All right. Okay. What's good, y'all? What's good? We back. We back on another episode of the Lightning Round. A weird episode, a weird day to have it. But the way that I see it, it has to be done. It has to be done. Like, I think after the shit that happened, what was it, on Wednesday, that I don't think I was gonna be able to really hold it in just a bit longer than I thought I would, but I think what happened yesterday kind of pushed it over the edge. Okay. Now, usually we would reserve everything for Tuesday. We talk about whatever it was that we wanted to talk about on Tuesday, but honestly, fuck it. You know? Like, fuck it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta vent out, these frustrations. You know what I mean? Yeah. Basically, yeah. You know what? That's the best way to put it. This is basically like an emergency meeting right now. There's no other better way to put this. Okay? Because it's like, for me, it's just, I can't believe the bullshit that's being presented in front of my eyes. And it's where I gotta, get it out the way, I guess. So today, we have a few things on our mind, a few things we do need to get out the way. You see it through the title. We got to talk about Streamelements and what's going on with them. But we definitely, and I mean definitely, in fact, this is going to be the first topic. We need to talk about party animals. Okay? What the actual fuck is going on here with this game? Like, the only ways I can see this making sense is that, that the population for this game is gotta be at an all-time low for this to even be a consideration. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Let me go ahead and pull this up on the web browser real quick. Then again, I mean, I'm sure y'all already know, but for people that are unaware, for people that are living under a rock, for people that don't get on socials, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to provide that for you. So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Here it is right here. Thank you so much. Yeah, this shit is just insane to me. All right. So for people that have been unaware, we got this bullshit here with party animals. Why not? You know what? Let's go ahead and read the full text of bullshit. It's a shame that I'm doing this 2 hours earlier or earlier than usual because, for Winter, who presented this to us, she might not know that we're having this podcast at the moment. I could understandably see why, because again, I don't do this on no Friday. We usually do Yakuzas or we do some art right now. And I'll be honest, these past couple of days making me not even want to care to do it right now. Because, well, this one in particular right now makes me not want to care. The one for a few days ago, that's because I was out and I was watching a movie. I was watching, fuck was it again? I was watching Mortal Kombat. So that's why I didn't do as much as I would like to, but hopefully today we can try to do Ryuko. But let me go and read this out the way. Party Animals, their Twitter account, they says, "Hi everyone, we'd like to address the recent discussion around the AI video contest. First of all, we're sorry for upsetting players with this event. We're also sorry that we didn't communicate with everyone clearly enough before the event started." Okay. Yeah. You didn't even so much as make it a vote. I love how you made it a vote after the fact. Our original goal was to lower the barrier to creation. In past contests, We saw players with great ideas and scripts. We couldn't fully bring them to life because they weren't familiar with the tools like editing, modeling, or animation software. We hoped AI could be a more accessible tool that lets more people take part. Holy fuck, you people are terrible. Holy fuck. Oh God, that's a 15-yard penalty. That said, we understand the concerns around AI content. We are not trying to dismiss the handmade work or disrespect creators. To us, AI is just another tool. What we truly care about is the idea, the expression, and the final work. We like to leave the next step up to the community. Please vote on what we should do. Why? 1, cancel the AI video contest. 2, change it to a non-AI creation contest. 3, keep the AI category and Oh my fucking God, how stupid can you people be? Do y'all remember when I got on this podcast? What was it like? I believe it was like within the middle of the 2025 NFL season. Do you remember when we talked about the fact that Fox sat up there and they used AI on Aaron Rodgers? And they tried to illustrate his career and they tried it through AI and it was so terribly done. This is the route we're looking at. This is really what we're being put across in front of our face. This is really happening right now. First things first, okay? First things first. Why in the absolute fuck is this even a choice? Why is this a choice? Why should I have to choose whether or not I should want AI art in my game? When first off, the people already chose for you. Let's start there. Okay? They already made the choice for you. They already told you, dead in the face, I don't want this bullshit here. They already told you. So why is it that knowing that y'all motherfuckers have been looking at these comments, you clearly made this in response to these comments, and you still sat up there and said, you know what, we're gonna give you 3 opportunities. And you can see by both of them, you can see not even by both of them, literally by all 3, they want, like, no, I'm sorry, by both of them, I'm sorry, number 2 and number 3, they clearly wanted to keep this shit on here. They wanted to keep this on here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a fast way to kill off people playing your game, you do it just like this. You do it just like this. You do it just like NTE, where Iron Mouse said, fuck out of here, I want nothing to do with you. When they lied to her, when it went to having AI content in their game. But she had no clue. She wasn't aware until after the fact. When's it gonna take? When is it gonna take for these game developers to understand? Look, Expedition 33 barely got away with it. And I say barely because they only said it after the fact. They said it well after. That game had won awards. They said it well after that game made the money that they wanted to make, and they straight up sat up there and they said, oh, okay, we used some form of AI, but they only used it at the beginning of making the game. Other than that, the rest of it, they used all through art. At least on that end, they barely got away with it. Because right now, there's an extreme fucking thin line when it goes to AI being in games. Extreme thin line. They lost their awards? I need proof of that if they lost those awards. Because they won like 5 awards, 6 awards, and I ain't so much as hear a peep with them saying that their awards got confiscated. And the way how I see it is this. If this is really true, the awards need to go to the runner-ups of those awards. Like, say, whoever was second place, whoever was right behind Expedition 33, give it to them. Don't just confiscate it to keep it. Give it to the runner-up. That's how I look at it at the end of the day. But for Party Animals to sit up there and try to even think that they could get away with having to use this. And then not only that, they low-key doubled down. They low-key doubled down by trying to sit up here and give you these choices, and they want you to choose these choices. This third one is absolutely insane, where they say, keep the AI category and add a separate handmade category. You know what this screams to me, ladies and gentlemen? This screams to me a company that really, they don't want to do this. They don't want to make this choice. They don't want to make this choice. All right, let me read this here. Thank you, Fuyu. Expedition 33 had its Game of the Year and Debut Game Awards revoked by the Indie Game Awards in December 2025 following the discovery of generative AI assets in the launch version. While the AI-generated textures were quickly patched out, the IGA's strict zero-tolerance policy regarding AI led to their disqualification. That's one award show. I need the video game award show, the main game award show that everybody will get on here on socials and bitch about if the game, one of their favorite games throughout that year did not win the awards that they were hoping to win. That's what I'm looking at. Yes, I'm happy that they did it. That's one. Where's the other one? That's what I want to know, because they was out here treating this shit like it was the Grammys. They was treating them like the Grammys was treating Kendrick Lamar. I want to know where are they at? That's the elephant in the room for me when it goes to confiscating those awards. I'm happy IGA did it, but they're not the only one that should be doing it. They're not the only one. Confiscate more of them. Confiscate more of them. Now with that, I look at it like this, okay? When it went to this whole situation with Party Animals, it made my decision real fucking clear. Now, it sucks because I only put 2 hours into the game. If it was up to me, I'd get my money back. The problem is I can't get my money back because I got this through a third party. So I'm far too late. But what I can do is remove the game completely from my Steam, and I've already done that. I've wasted no time. Now, I would say trust would be earned when it goes to these kind of games, but literally, this should tell you all you need to know. The fact that they gave you a choice to whether or not you want to keep it or remove it after being told several times to get rid of that shit, after having a severe amount of backlash that they've had, that should tell you all you need to know. And you know what? It's a shame. It's a shame because this was a really, really good alternative to, of course, Mario Party. But hey, looks like we need to look for another good alternative to Mario Party, which I'm sure there is some good alternatives out there. And I'm sure there'll be another recent good alternative to Mario Party. Just like how this one was. But I hope when that next one gets made, they don't do the shit that this did. Please don't do it. Or just go back to Gang Beasts. You'll have to show me what that is. You have to show me what that is. No, it's not. But yeah, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, terrible decision making from the devs that made this game. Terrible decision making. Yes. Thank you, Alexa. Is Gang Beasts not Animal Party? My apologies. Okay. So Gang Beasts is like entirely different. I only say Mario Party because the way how the game types and shit are. I guess it feels very similar on that end to me. But yeah, you're right. I guess we can go with Gang Beasts. I mean, y'all played a Mario Party more than I ever play it, so y'all know more of that ball. Y'all know more ball on that end than I do. All right, so next thing to talk about. I'm gonna go down the list. All right, I would talk about this one, but this one's from something different. All right, Pokemon stores in Japan. A Pokemon store in Japan is now cutting corners of booster packs to discourage scalpers. It's hoped that this policy will cause packs to have no resale value. It's a damn shame because we're going to go from one scalping end to another scalping end. Now, we got this situation right here. I don't know if I talked about this. I don't think I ever did talk about this. But yeah, now we got I understand why. You should understand why, because look at this. This is why they're doing it. This should be the origin story for why they're doing it. You got Pokemon Pop-Tarts already being scalped after returning for the first time in 25 years. Off that alone, I understand why they did this. I get why they did this. How the fuck is this even possible? 25 years we have not seen these motherfuckers, and look at what they're doing. I can't blame Nintendo for this. I'm gonna be fair with you. It's hard to blame them for this. We could shit on them for a lot of things, but this ain't one of them. This is not one of them. Scalpers have ruined so much thanks to the fucking pandemic, bro. We're still feeling the effects of that 2020 pandemic. And this is one of them. It's a good thing I made a cup of water because I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking need it. Scalpers were doing this shit way before. That may be true. That may be true, Omega. Here's the deal. It got way worse because of 2020. It got 10 times worse because of 2020. We know why it got worse because of 2020. Y'all remember how hard it was to get a fucking game console now? To be fair, and here's the deal. It's because of that. It's because of what happened in 2020 with the PS5 and with the Xbox Series X. It's why we're at the current situation that we're in when it goes to game consoles, where they should be going down. They rightfully should be going down in price. But they're not, either because of scalpers or, of course, as we know, because of the AI bullshit that's going on. It's one of the two. Rogue, thank you so much for coming by. Fuyu says Pokemon's apparently are making Hershey's. Fuyu, watch that shit. Watch that shit jump up to $30, $30 to $40 on eBay. Watch. Watch that shit jump up to $30 to $40 on eBay. Thank you so much, Ro, for coming by. Go work. Watch it jump up to $30 to $40. And if I'm Nintendo, I'm gonna be fair with you. I'm not dropping any of these. I'm not dropping any more candy. If that's next to get scalped, don't drop any more candy. Don't even do it. Don't even try it. This is not the right time to be dropping candy. When is it the right time? When we don't have a RAM shortage issue. When we don't have... When we're lower on the scalper end. I'm not going to say when it's like entirely dead, because like what Omega said, it's been here long beforehand. But when we're lower on the scalper totem pole, then start coming back out with these. It took me until 2021. Eagles, why are you hitting me with military time? I'm reading this and like I'm a part of the Air Force, my brother. And then the PS as in PS, oh fuck scalpers, then 5. Like, Eagles, I love you, but my God, brother. My God, my brother. But yeah, Fuyu, if I'm Nintendo, I'm not dropping any more candy. I'm gonna be fair. I'm shocked because of this, they didn't stop. Because I've yet to see Pop-Tarts with Pokemon right now. I've yet to see it. And I have a feeling this is a good reason why. But yeah, it's because of this is why Japan's now cutting corners when it goes to booster packs. And you want to know what? It wouldn't shock me if very soon, later down the road, Yu-Gi-Oh! Might go the same route. Because look, we still got Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster packs. We still got these TCGs and shit going on. You know damn well that they be scalping for them Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards out here. It's definitely for them. And same here, Eagles. I did not think I was going to get one. I did not think I was going to get one. Not unless Jake Paul ruins it first. Exactly my point. Oh, speaking of, I'm happy you brought him up. Oh, I'm so happy you brought him up. For 2 reasons, I'm happy you brought him up. Let's go with the first one. Jake Paul has been banned from attending WWE events with his brother Logan. I wonder why. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, but that's not the only reason. So Jake can't go, but Logan's still on the roster. Actually, why though? I'm about to show you why. I'm about to show you why. If I can find it. I know I had to retweet it. Give me a minute. Here it is right here.
Getting some new scans here in a couple of days of the jaw to get an update on the healing process. We'll see what my doctors say. I think I'll be able to get a more accurate like time frame, or can I even fight again? That is definitely in the realm and possibilities of things, it does like feel a lot better as weeks go by and time goes by.
I'm gonna stop right there. So apparently he went to the doctors and he said his jaw is so fucked up because of that one boxing match that y'all see here where he got knocked the fuck out against an actual boxer. Now all of a sudden they talking about, oh, he can't do boxing no more. WWE sees right through this. I don't blame them for seeing right through this either. But to be fair, we got a lot to blame WWE for. This ain't one of them, though. They see the bullshit. What Jake Paul's trying to do is he's trying to retire from boxing and jump his ass right to WWE along with his brother and be complete and utter dickheads. Yep, it's a preemptive ban. That's what he's trying to do. But you want to know what? If that's the end of his boxing career,
Anthony Joshua leads with a left hook that backs Jake up. Then he throws a jab to the chest to bring Paul's hands down. That opens up this clean right hand that ends the fight. The jab sets up.
I just want to say thank you so much, Anthony Joshua. I don't boxing for shit. But I don't watch boxing for shit. But you want to know what? You did the world a motherfucking favor. And he deserves all the praise in the world. We need to celebrate that man for doing what he did. We need to celebrate that man for doing what he accomplished. What the whole world wanted him to accomplish. The one time you go up against an actual real boxer, your ass get knocked the fuck out. You're not up against a old, aging, retiring Mike Tyson. You're not up against a amateur boxer, someone that's still trying to make a name for himself. You're not up against, you're not up against any of those. You're not up against any of those that handicapped you. Because that's what we were seeing out of all these fights that he quote unquote won. And they tried to hype him up as the next big thing in boxing when he never was. They really tried to sit up there and build this man up as a beast when going up against old retired, or young and still learning boxers, and they thought that shit was going to work. No. Cheating the system, it can only take you so far. Funny enough, for him cheating the system, don't him and his brother live in Puerto Rico for a living? Weren't they out here dodging taxes? So it's like, I could care the fuck less about both the Paul brothers. But the only reason why Logan is still in the WWE like he is as much as I hate to say it, because just like another celebrity we know, he's talented enough to get in the ring with, and apparently he doesn't really rub the roster the wrong way. That's the only reason why he's still there. Just like when Bad Bunny, anytime he's ready to go back in WWE, they let him. But you want to know what? If I had to pick between the two of who's the most toxic and problematic, kill me. I mean, shit. If I had to flip a coin, who's the most toxic and problematic, or if I had to, put a gun to my head, who's the most toxic and problematic that you would rather deal with in the WWE, just give me fucking Bad Bunny. Because at the very least, Bad Bunny shows up for a couple matches and dips. The only issue we got is with his music or how he'll feel about certain shit. Other than that, he's only there for a couple times on TV and he's gone. Jake Paul, we gotta see on a night-to-night basis. And I'm already sick and tired of it. Jake Paul does live in Puerto Rico. We know why he lives in Puerto Rico. It's not because he wants to speak it's not because he wants to speak the language. He don't want to speak Spanish. We know why he wants to live there. because he's dodging those taxes over there in the US, because that's all they did. That's the reason why they went there in the first place. And then hold on. Let me go and make sure. Didn't he get banned from somewhere? I'm trying to figure this out. The fact there was talks of him getting banned from Japan should tell you all I need to know. Excuse me. But yeah, that's yeah. Banned by the Egyptian government. Never mind. So there was potential ban Japan, but also banned from the Egyptian government. How the fuck you get banned in Egypt? But that's whatever here or there. That's whatever here nor there. All right, the next thing to talk about, PlayStation. That's still collecting dust, by the way, if I may add. PlayStation 5 UI will start showing how many players were in a game. That's that. Look, that's that Steam influence kicking in, y'all. It's a damn shame it took this long. It took two console generations, but hey, that's that Steam influence kicking in. So basically, like what the Black Hokage said here. First the Steam DB watchers, and now the PlayStation chart watchers are coming. Good. Good. Can't hide. Yeah, like you can't hide the bullshit no more. So very soon, say if I got back on Battlefield and I see that there's such and such amount of players that were on the PlayStation side of things, I'm gonna laugh, honestly. Because now I don't even so much as get on there no more. Just feels like when you didn't finish your schoolwork and you barely got it done before you got in the bus. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much, man. It's some insane shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Speaking of Steam, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why, at least, you know, as far as a lot of people are concerned, Steam stays at the top of the totem pole when it goes to positivity for a damn good reason. Steam support told a player that they can pick any game they want for free after their Steam controller was delayed in shipping. They said thank you for your patience. Please pick any standard edition title available for purchase in your region. And you can see the image right here that they sent out to a woman named Elizabeth. Now, had this been any other company, had this been Epic, had this been EA, had this been PlayStation, had this been Xbox, they wouldn't even so much as do that for you. Had this been GOG, I'm gonna be honest with you, GOG wouldn't do this. GOG would not do this. But this goes to show you that right there is why they stay on top of the gaming totem pole as one of the best companies to ever have right now in gaming. This is why it's such a luxury to, sadly is a luxury to want to have a PC to do some gaming. Unrelated to anything, FIFA World Cup, their finals is having, wait. FIFA World Cup is having a halftime show for the first time ever? That can't be right. Hold on. What the fuck? Hey, Shakira, I can see why you sent me this one. Here's where I'm shocked with this. How long has FIFA been a thing now? For like 30, 40 years? Maybe longer? And we wait till now to have a halftime show? How long do these motherfuckers take a break after each, I should say, intermission? How long do they take a break? Because that's actually insane to me. That's actually insane to me. The World Cup final will feature a star-studded halftime show headlined by Madonna, Shakira, and boy band BTS. FIFA announced Thursday that for the first time, the finals at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on July 19th will include a Super Bowl-style concert. My thing is, why wait till now to do this? That's my big question. FIFA had all the time in the world to do a Super Bowl-style-esque halftime show. They've literally sat there and watched the Super Bowl do this over and over and over and over again. And they sat on their ass and did not do nothing. They did nothing. Shit, the fucking 2024 Super Bowl with Kendrick alone generated so much attention. Not just because the Eagles kicking the Chiefs' ass, but literally because of Kendrick. Still dissing Drake, but at the Super Bowl. And y'all wait till 2 years later to now be like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do a Super Bowl-esque halftime show in FIFA. FIFA, at times, I swear, bro, like, this is one situation where I gotta say this. Y'all dropped the ball hard. Because y'all could have had so much international talent come by if y'all would have did a World Cup final every fucking year. And I mean dropped it hard. Can y'all think of the amount of fucking talent that would have been there to perform over there? At these places, you know, at the World Cup, at these places, not just with not just with MetLife, but I mean like in general. I mean, say if you had fucking, I don't know, Jay-Z in Spain. I'm just throwing shit off the top of my head. Jay-Z in Spain, for example, or if you had Kanye in like, I don't know, in Greece or some shit. I'm just throwing shit out there. Y'all had opportunities after opportunities to have this, and you wait till 2026 now to do this. I mean, yeah, I want to say better late than never, but y'all have been around just as long as the NFL, and y'all have watched them generate all this fucking money. Now, granted, FIFA's generated way more than that. Let's not get it twisted, but they could have absolutely gotten way more if they would have done this sooner. I mean, a lot sooner. Y'all could have had... Hold on. Let me go and look at this. You said 23 years? Let me make sure. How long FIFA been around? Y'all motherfuckers have been around since... oh, God. Oh, my God. Y'all motherfuckers have been around since World War era. World War era, bro. Damn near. And y'all missed out like this? No, I'm not chilling because this shit is crazy. Like, what the absolute fuck is wrong with people? You dropped the ball on money. You dropped the ball on support. And you pulled this bullshit? Then you wonder why I can't calm down. Why are we taking so many L's on this end? I mean, it's a W because they're doing it now, but it's still an L when you consider, like, yo, y'all could have been did all this. Y'all could have been made more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, what a missed opportunity. Y'all motherfuckers have been around for 122 years. Y'all been around since freaking World War era. And y'all sat on y'all ass and y'all have done nothing. Let me look up one more. How long has the NFL been around? Just as long. Just as long. Just as long. Oh, Christ, dude. FIFA has no excuse. Okay? I'm sorry. I mean, yes, again, I can't stress this enough. I'm happy for Shakira. I'm happy for everyone that gets to perform there, but you wait till 2026 to start doing this when you've had since God knows how long, at least since the 80s. Y'all could have had Prince or Michael Jackson in there just as much as the NFL had Prince and Michael Jackson in there. Y'all could have had so many other great international talents there. I could think of so much y'all missed out on just because y'all chose not to do that. Y'all should treat y'all World Cup like the Super Bowl. Y'all should treat your World Cup like the NBA Finals. You should treat your World Cup like the World Series. By having performances like that, by having, you know, celebrities like that come on by and be like, yeah, this is our championship game. Let's celebrate like it's a championship game. Oh, Jesus Christ, these companies piss me the fuck off today. All right, here's the big one. So even more to my point, Omega, to what I'm talking about. Every 4 years they did a World Cup and y'all motherfuckers did not think for a second y'all should be bringing somebody in to perform. So see, this is what I'm talking about. But that's neither here nor there. I'll leave it at that. Whoever's running FIFA are fucking weirdos. All right, just adding it here before the post press for. Okay, yeah. Let me go and head down quick. Is this it? Well, either way, it don't matter. Brother, it's just soccer. Yeah, it's soccer, which is extremely popular, so treat it as such. That's how I see it. But I'll talk about that later with soccer. Right now, this is where I'm real concerned with. Okay, this one actually personally gets to me. So, Streamelements might be looking at a shutdown. That's a big issue. Okay, so thank you to Angora for tweeting this out. She says, pretty much confirmed that Streamelements is shutting down as soon as the end of May. Thankfully, I've long moved off to mix it up for my bot and Twitch alerts, but some of my widgets and overlays are Streamelements only. I feel so bad for all the widget creators. Yeah, I'm feeling fucking sick considering there's one particular widget I'm gonna miss if it's not replicated elsewhere. They said right here, just adding it here before the post spreads further. A lot of this info is just a rumor, but I've seen the screenshot that it'll end in May. Other people have said 30 days, but here's a screenshot I've seen go around. My mods in the same Discord confirmed it. It's real as well. We'll know more once Streamelements actually post something. Still might be a good idea to start finding alternatives. Where it says, okay, happening now, ends Saturday, May 23rd, 6 p.m. Streamelements operations. Today is my last day at Streamelements as the company prepares to close its doors. We want to ensure all of its creators that are supporting us during the transition. Our creators are supported during this transition. Please take note of the following critical information. Asset retrieval to Streamelements website will remain open for the next 30. Please log in during this window to grab and save any of your assets. Rest assured, everyone will be paid for their work. If you are currently in the middle of a sponsorship, you have two options. You may continue to finish the sponsorship as planned and you will be fully paid. You have the option to cancel the sponsorship now if you prefer. So, now here's the one bit of like sliver of good news that we got, because Streamelements did tweet out right after this, with everyone being in a scare, and still is in a scare right now, such as myself, where they give out an official update. We are in positive discussions with potential acquirers and are working to find the best path forward for creators, customers, and our team. We will share more updates coming soon. Now, here's where this is a big issue with me. I want to get on my Streamelements so I could show y'all. These two, well, really this one right here and this one right here. This one is, of course, our horizontal chat that you would see at the starting soon screen. So when you chat something, of course, as y'all know, I'll just post this one at random. This is what I would have at the beginning. So we will be losing that, right? We will be losing that if this happens the way that we hope it does not happen. But here's the other one that we'll lose. And this affects me personally because this runs up my PC if I have to do this the hard way. Now, this is the stream setup. This is the main stream setup. This is everything you see for how everything works. This would run up my computer like crazy if I have to do this all personally. Right now, I'm happy to have it the way that I have it. And I'm going to stick with it as much as I can. But this royally gets to me. I would be fucked to see that Streamelements shut down, knowing that my main setup is from here and my horizontal chat is from here. And this is just me using two things. God forbid everyone else uses more than that. You know what I mean? So I hope this ain't the end for Streamelements. I pray this ain't the end for Streamelements, but I am preparing for countermeasures just in case if it does. I don't want it to go, but I will do what needs to be done to make sure that, you know, we still kind of keep what we have. We still, you know, continue to, continue to have fun and everything. So, but yeah, for me, I would hate to see Streamelements go. This was a great software to use, a great platform to use. And like I said, it saves stress on your CPU. Because if I sit up there and I try to do this the hard way, I'm looking at this now at 7.2%. This shit would rise up to like 10 to 12% on my OBS Studio, just because I would be doing this like straight up running it through there. So we'll see with what'll happen. I hope and pray that this doesn't go down under. I really hope it doesn't. All right. I'll get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, AI hate is thinly veiled gatekeeping. Oof. I got some shit I want to say with this. Yes, had to be done. But yeah, thinly veiled gatekeeping. Now, I need to see why is this a thing. A lot of AI artists were artists but long before AI. Man, look, I'm not even gonna start with this shit considering what we had just finished talking about. But there is one thing I do need to discuss. There was one thing that was going around the past couple of days that was very interesting and caught my attention. In fact, I did it on stream literally like hours after I saw it. So let me see if I could find it where this was really getting attention. Let me see. In fact, hold on. Just because it's Twitter and we see how unhinged this shit is, let me go ahead and actually like look for it. And while I look for it, we had this going on with desktop. We had desktop. We had this going on with Discord apparently. I'm gonna
Here at
look
the
for it.
Discord office, we have a collection of old Wumpuses that we've made over the years. This is the Wumpzilla that we made for Tokyo Game Show. It's a big chunker. I really like this one. There's a couple other cool ones, but this one specifically we actually sent to space. One of my personal favorites is the zombie Wumpus that we recently made. But here we have a box, which I do not know the contents.
I already
I'm going to
found
open
it.
this box on camera.
But we'll
figure out
talk
what's
about this with
inside it.
Discord in a little bit.
Let's just like figure out what's in this box.
All right, let me stop because we're not going to go through the full video. It's only a 4-minute video. If y'all want to watch it for yourself, feel free. So basically what they're saying is that whatever issues that I once had with Linux, with Discord on Linux, apparently they kind of fixed it. I'll find out for sure. But one of the main issues I would have with Discord on Linux is when there's an update to be had, they would just straight up hit me with this fucking dice, you know, like this D&D dice, and say, "Oh, it's time for you to update." So if that shit is stopped entirely, thank fucking God. Thank you. Would hate to have to deal with that. Now, I know they also mentioned here in the video where those they found a way to make streaming video streaming and shit like that a little bit more easier. So I guess that's good to know. I mean, good to know that, you know, you've made life a lot more easier than it should have been, because y'all should have been supported stuff like this. You should have been supported stuff, you know, Discord on Linux or Discord on Mac OS, as far as I'm concerned. But hey, that's what happens when you have these companies be very, very one-track minded. All right. Now, I found what I was looking for. I will talk about this in a bit, but I did find what I was looking for. This went to this whole 3D art shit going on, and I find this very, very interesting. So if you're an artist, I would definitely love your take on this. So Fuyu, you're here, you're an artist, I would definitely be happy to have your take or anyone else's take on this. So this is what this reads. It says, "Did you not read? If you trace over them, that's not creating yourself. You don't own the photos you use for photo bashing. You don't own CSP, some other program, 3D models." So basically, from what happened here is we had some contest going on this week with I don't know if it was 3D modeling or if it was people trying to do art, whatever. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that apparently you have all these people that's trying to gatekeep or trying to start shit, all because people wanted to use a 3D model to help out with their art. Now, I'm going to ask you as an artist, Fuyu, how do you feel with people using 3D models to help them out with their art? So, yeah, it's a very interesting situation how this came about. Oh, here it is right here. This includes artwork traced from photographs you have taken and CSP 3D models. Bases, character creators, and doll makers may be used for character images, but must be credited. They must not be used for attacks. This includes websites like Pi Crew, Hero Forge, video game character creators, and other doll makers. This includes artworks traced from posable 3D models such as Clip Studio Paint, Design Doll, and similar programs, self-made bases, and photographs you have taken. Do people buy those pose figures? I don't think so. I think the issue that comes with this is the fact that yeah, this was an art fight thing that happened this week. This was an art fight situation that happened this week, and it just went fucking widespread for whatever reason, where there's negativity with people having to use 3D art models or having to use photography just to try to either get poses right or whatever and what for. I mean, I'll look at it like this. An artist, bro, I don't do art fights. I tried once and literally no one fought me, so I gave up. Wow. I don't even know how this art fight stuff even works. Is it like you do art for one person, then they gotta respond back with an art fight of their own thing? I don't know. I'm gonna assume that's how this goes. But yeah, this was a very, very weird ass situation. But the way how I see it is this. I don't blame any artist doing what they think needs to be done. It's just it goes to a certain extent with how much you could do it. So I would say this. We know damn well AI art ain't it. We know damn well it's a fucking terrible thing to do, terrible thing to have, whatever and what forth. But if you're someone that's out here arting and you're trying to get better with your art, you're trying to do the best you can with your art, there's artists I've talked to that have told me, I said, look, if you have to trace to get better, go ahead and do it, but don't have it as a crutch. Because, let's be fair here, this has been the case since, hell, Revolutionary War, for fuck's sakes, apparently. Artists, they trace. Even from back then times, they trace. And that's not a shame. That's not a bad thing. Not all the time. You have to use tracing in order to get awareness to what you want to accomplish. When it goes to an artist, when it goes to a drawing's head, when it goes to a drawing's face, when it goes to a drawing's arms, when it goes to their chest, when it goes to their legs, their whole autonomy, whatever and what forth. If doing it the usual reference way ain't it, you might have a slight understanding if you try tracing to do it. But then you only do it just to get that study off, because you know by the next time you do some art, you'll be like, oh, okay, this is how it went with that autonomy. Let me see if I could replicate and understand that. That's always how it went. This is not new. Shout out to the traditional artists that are actually able to do this and not do any tracing at all. Somehow, some way. Like, people are actually outside drawing this shit, classic style, like, you know, paintbrush and everything. Credit to y'all. If there's still some that do that, excuse me, if there's still some that do that out there in the world, credit to you. But my thing is, tracing can only get you so far as an artist. We know this. I know this. I'm only doing it to help better my development. Tracing can only get you so far. At some point in time, you're going to have to branch out of it and be like, all right, you know what? Let's see what I can really do. You know? It can't be a crutch for everything. Like, I gotta learn somehow. I gotta get this right somehow. This is especially if you want to go far in the art world. If you think you want to go far in the art world. But I see it as this. I understand artists for gatekeeping because of what's going on now with the sad case of AI art being fucking everywhere, and it's damn near hard to detect which one is AI and which one isn't anymore. I don't blame artists for gatekeeping. I don't blame them for that. But it gets to a point where you know, okay, this is fine, and this is like, this is fine. Like, what are we doing? So I don't understand why this art fight thing happened the way that it did, where it sparked a whole damn near whole week discussion. But artists gotta do better on that end. Okay, using 3D models is not a bad thing. Using every tool at your disposal that the program gives you is not a bad thing. Thank you every artist so far that I've gotten guides with as far as Clip Studio Paint have shown me to tell me. I said, look, every time you open this shit up, if you see a tool that you like, use that shit. You don't have to do this the hard way. This is not traditional. You're not a traditional artist at the end of the day. You're a digital artist. You use whatever the hell it is that the program gives you, and you have fun doing it. And honestly, that's how it should be. I thought, you know, that's how it should be. Because look, not everyone's going to look at art at the end of the day for using it as a means to make money. And in my case, I don't want to use art to make money. That's never my intention. Y'all know that. That's never my intention. I don't want to use art to make money. I want to do art because I want to do it. Like, because I want to make my characters. I want to come up with ideas with them and be like, oh shit, I want to imagine, say, I want to imagine Kalita in this situation. I want to imagine Pooh in this situation. I want to imagine May in this situation, and then I want to see if I can draw it and make it happen. Like, we had the whole Golden Week thing happen. You think for a second I didn't have it in my head to be like, you know what? I want to see Kalita in a Golden Week bikini. You're damn right. You're damn right. The only issue is I can't draw it. So my only other option is I would have to, you know, I got to commission someone to do it. But I want there to get to a point where I don't have to commission someone to do it. Where I want to do it because I want to do it, where I have the idea to do it. So yeah, I don't get why this had to happen the way that it did. This felt like this was unnecessary to happen, because right now the only thing artists need to be fighting is not amongst themselves when it goes to 3D models and photographs and whatever bases that they use. What y'all need to continue that fight against is the obvious villain in the room looking at the AI art that's happening. So hopefully artists can get it together. That's all I can hope for. Now, next thing to talk about, we got Metroid, and not in the good kind of news at all. At some point I am going to draw Samus though. So it says right here, we have a difficult and painful situation. The Metroid Dread developer Mercury Steam suffers from layoffs. Ouch. The Spanish video game developer Mercury Steam, best known for making Metroid Samus Returns on 3DS and Metroid Dread on the Switch, is the latest studio to be hit with layoffs. Okay, we want to, we already know this. They announced the layoffs as a workforce adjustment process. Jesus Christ. We want to express our deepest respect, gratitude, and support for the people affected, whose talent, effort, and commitment have been an important part of the studio's history. If your studio and company is looking for experienced developers, please feel free to contact us. We'll do everything we can to help these professionals find new opportunities. I have a feeling that these kind of devs will get back on their feet, or they'll just make their own indie studio, which I hope they do. I really hope they do. You know what I mean? Because we've seen what happens when, you know, if you're able to branch out and make it on your own. You don't have to worry about layoffs. You don't have to worry about this. You are your own company. So, hey, look, there's a reason why indies are at the position they're at nowadays, is because these companies just can't get a hold on shit anymore. But I hope for them that, you know, those devs can get back on their feet. That's a damn shame to have to see that, where they got to suffer some layoffs. Who knows if they have another Metroid game? It might not be as well because of said layoffs, but we'll see. All right, next we got more Nintendo news. And this one we've talked about, what, a week ago? Yeah, at least a week ago. Almost a week ago. We got Star Fox. Okay. But this is brand new, because how often do we talk about Star Fox? Almost never. Now, if y'all have not seen the Star Fox trailer, it's not new. When was the last time we talked about Star Fox? Besides this happening. If you remember, credit to you. If you remember, Fuyu, kudos to you. Now, we probably mentioned it in some form. Yeah, it's not new, but yeah, we've never got on here and really had a time where we like, you know, we've really talked about Star Fox. Well, yeah, you're right. It's not new. Yeah, it's not new. It's just Star Fox 64 for like the 5th time already. This is like if EA sat up there and said, you know what? We're gonna remaster Madden 2002 5 times. Oh God. Okay. Nah, it's like Nintendo saw what Bethesda did with Skyrim. Yeah. And they just like remastered it like 4 or 5 different times. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why the absolute fuck would you do that? I still have my cousin text me. Jesus Christ. Then before, yeah, pretty much. It's the fans' fault. Yeah, to be honest, it's the fans' fault. Yeah, in this case with Star Fox, it kind of is the fans' fault because I mean, I don't know. You, I'll leave it up to you, Fuyu. You go ahead and tell me why it's the fans' fault because you're the Star Fox expert, not me. But this is an article that says here. I suppose this is what happens when I'm not overseeing it. Star Fox's original artist reckons Fox McCloud's design is better in the Super Mario Galaxy movie than it is in the Switch 2 game. I mean, look at him! Like, why does it look like Fox gained like 40 pounds? Fox is not that fat. Fox is not that fat, bro. He's not. Which, funny enough, let me see if I could go back and find it on here. Let me see. I should be able to find it. I know I posted it somewhere. Jesus Christ, this is a cargo one. You know what? I'm going to have to do a cargo again at some point, y'all. This one was pretty good, but I'm going to have to run this one back. And I'm definitely still going to have to do this one again, too. He looks like he has a triple chin. That's what I'm saying. Fox never gained that much weight. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. Okay. Okay, what is this? What is this? All right, so we got... Oh, my God. Star Fox 64 still reigns as the #1 game at 4 million. Meanwhile, How do you remaster a game 4 to 5 times and it's still the original game? Well, not the original, but the second out of the original game, I should say, I guess, with this one. It's still the top dog. Like, I don't know about y'all, but that's funny as shit to me. Ask Bethesda on how they do it. That's because people are just fucking crazy for Skyrim, to be quite honest with you. So you tell me, why do they keep remaking Star Fox 64? Star Fox 64 is a retelling of the reimagining of the OG Star Fox. So would you say this was what? The second or third version? I don't fucking know. Yes, Star Fox 64 is a redo of the first game. Okay, so let me go ahead and say this. Why is it the redo of the first game still better than the other ones that they have sat up there and remade? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why, bro? Why? I didn't even know Star Fox Guard was a thing. Jesus Christ. Miyamoto only worked on 64. He stopped after that? So Guard is a tech demo. Everything is a tech demo according to Star Fox. Everything is a tech demo according to Star Fox. Do you remember Project Robot? No. Like, no. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to find it, bro. I need to find it. How the fuck can I find it? Here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. Miyamoto's fun robot Wiimote tech demo that became Star Fox Guard as a tower defense. That is fucking hilarious. That is so fucking hilarious. So yeah, this is why I laughed as hard as I did, because when I see this right here, he said that he said that the character designs in Star Fox on Switch 2 are exactly the visuals he had in his head when making Star Fox 64. And then that's when I posted this picture, when IGN tweet.
Wrong! 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 You were wrong. 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 You were definitely wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. Hey kid. Hey kid. You know what? You know what, little fella? When you grow up, you're gonna be wrong. Each and every one of you were 100% wrong.
Yes, we were supposed to add more, but I haven't had the time, and I might not have the time even when this episode's over. Thank you, Edge. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, he said he responded to the review of the Nintendo's new Switch 2 game. He said he preferred how Fox looked in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm like, my man, what is up with these creators lying? What is up with this man lying? It's like he lied to me 3 times when it went to this situation. Well, 2 to 3 times, but my man, like, why does it feel like he's lying when he goes this? All I know is this, bro. Nintendo better be thanking their lucky fucking stars, because if there were mods, oh my god. The mods will waste no time in putting the original models right in this game. They would not waste time putting the Star Fox Assault or Star Fox Adventure models in this game. They would do it so fucking fast. Now, I'm very mixed on it because I like a few of them. I'm very mixed on it. I'm not going to say I don't dislike them outright. I do like a couple of them. However, I am not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and not look at this. Come on, bro. Oh my god. Falco, what did they do to you? Falco! What did they do to this man's legs? Bad enough, like, his model's okay. It's okay, but his legs, bro, I will never not get over it. Like, bro, can you imagine? Can you see? You're gonna see it coming when he starts running. Y'all are not gonna be able to hold your laughter when he starts running. I see it coming. You're not gonna be able to hold it. You will not hold it. I will put a bet up saying y'all will not hold your laughter when this man starts running. Oh my god. Adventures was Rare's last game before the buyout. Wow, unbelievable. Assault was Namco. Zero was Platinum. Zero, oh god. Nintendo only made Star Fox 64. Okay. Okay. Who made this one? So that I can kill them for these designs. You missed some? Did I? Tell me who I missed. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, look, hey, look, here you go. Yeah, look at this. Oh my god. This is a Hydra version, and this makes it so fucking funny. Oh my god. We don't know, but people are speculating next. If this is Next Level Games, this is probably the biggest downgrade I've ever seen them have. This is the biggest downgrade I've seen Next Level Games have. Ever. Period. Right? Like, oh god. Oh my god. OG SNES Star Fox? Yeah, but I only just searched it. I only just searched it, that's all. I mean, they're not gonna give me everything. But oh goodness gracious. She says OG Star Fox was made by Argonaut. Okay, my bad. Thank you. My bad. I missed that because you know there was a lot going on in this. But yeah, Argonaut. I don't think I've ever heard of them before. To be honest with you. But hoo-wee. All I gotta say is this, bro. All I gotta say is this. This game better be good. And I don't just mean because like not because of the pressure from how bad some of these designs are. The game looks okay. The game looks good. But here's where the biggest problem that's gonna come with this game. This shit better be good. And I mean good to the point where it has Nintendo giving side eyes talking about, oh shit, people really miss Star Fox. Maybe, just maybe, we start making more Star Fox. And I agree. They should be making more Star Fox. I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time for Nintendo, just like how it was with a couple of games, couple of their other original series that they have, where they stop treating games like this like tests and start making them into their own. That shit has to end. Star Fox in this case has probably gotten the biggest amount of bullshit throughout Nintendo's whole IP, with Metroid probably being right behind it up until Metroid Prime 4. Arguably. Actually, I take that back. Donkey Kong might be right there. When's the last time? Well, I would, but then again, we had a good Donkey Kong game. But it was like the main three, the way how I would look at it, it was Star Fox getting shafted, Metroid kind of getting shafted, and then it was Donkey Kong getting shafted, and you could rotate between those three with who's getting shafted the most. But Next Level Games releases a game every 3 years. They focus on cinematics and references. Last game we know, yeah, Strikers Battle League, but we know that Strikers Battle League wasn't the original Strikers, and that's where we felt like they dropped the ball hard on that. Very, very hard. And that's where I'm like, okay, we kind of got a bit of an issue here when it goes to NLG. Is where, yeah, they got the cinematics and references. They got that all well and good. The issue is there's certain shit that they changed that they have no business changing. Like, this for me is one of them. Personally. Like, I get it. It's about a reference to the original games. I get it. But certain shit, I would say look at more than just the original game. They could have done that. You know what I mean? That's all I'll talk about for Star Fox, but Yeah. I will go ahead and post this though. With the Nintendo Switch having to raise prices, they apologized. I saw it. Don't worry. I saw it. I'm going to get to it right after I get to this for you. I'm going to get to it right after I get to this. Yeah, the fact that Nintendo raises prices up by $50, they apologized. Because they really tried their best to hold off and make it so they wouldn't do this. They didn't want to do this. Like, again, this goes to what I said earlier. Look, we can shit on Nintendo for a lot of things, but I don't think this is a situation where we have to shit on them for. They apologized for the Switch 2 price increase. They promised to make up for it with a robust software lineup. We know exactly who we're blaming here because those prices went up by $50. And I've already talked about this with the PlayStation and the Xbox. So all I know is I put out this tweet here when that person had the balls to sit up here and ask me, oh, when I said all this, when I said fuck AI in general, do you want to why those prices skyrocket? And he said, why? What prices? What has AI done to hurt you? And I gladly post this. This with Nintendo. This with, you know, everything that happened with all three of these consoles. This with RAM, which is still high as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. Even right now, look up some DDR5 RAM that's at like 32 gigabytes, and this is exactly what you're gonna see. Where they're damn near like a price of a console by itself. Let alone, hell, DDR4 RAM, last generation, which is DDR4, which is like 2016 or some shit like that through 2021, 2022, and it's still high as fuck. And then, of course, we got the Steam machine, which should have been out by now. Like, right now, as we speak, we should be talking about the Steam machine. But we know why we're not talking about the Steam machine. We know why. This is why I said what I said earlier. Artists, you need to be fighting more than amongst yourselves. Don't worry about fighting yourselves. You got a bigger threat at hand. In case y'all need to be reminded. Oh, and by the way, here's what I was talking about here. Yeah, where this person pointed out, oh, if AI is the future, why does every company who uses it is too scared to admit it? Right, like, see this right here with Iron Mouse I was just talking about. Drops the sponsorship after her team reportedly was reportedly lied to about there being no AI anywhere. Goes to show you. You got a much bigger fight to worry about. Much bigger. All right. We're getting down with the list of stuff to talk about. We got the next Dragon Quest title to be announced on May 27th. So it sucks Val's not here. He's probably at work. But I'm sure he knows. I'm sure you passed that message along to him for you because he's probably one of the only few big Dragon Quest fans that's in the server. So, yeah, May 27th, a big day for Dragon Quest fans. So y'all go and have fun. You know, I'm happy for y'all. Considering what we're playing is a reference to Dragon Quest by itself. Looking at Like a Dragon. Yes, I'll be playing it tonight around 8 or 8:30. Okay, another one. Anata. We haven't heard much from Anata in months. It says Anata reportedly won't use the traditional gacha system for unlocking characters. This is going to be very interesting. I need to know how this game is going to make its money. This is supposed to be a free-to-play anime GTA kind of game, right? It's going to be real interesting because how are you going to make your money? Like, I would expect a game like this to be gacha, and I wouldn't have been mad about it. I mean, shit, we look at the Monster Hunter Outlanders right now. That's gacha, but apparently, while it's gacha, you can still use your main character that you create in the game and still just chill out and have fun and fight shit. So, I guess when you get a new character, I'm gonna assume it's what, different styles or some shit? I don't know. I don't know yet with Monster Hunter Outlands because I don't have it. But I'm sure when I do get my hands on it, I probably will be playing it. This is not the... Look, y'all, this is not the first time y'all seen me play gacha games. We played, what, 3 gacha games? 4 gacha games on here? Hey, look, if we like the gacha game enough, we will continue to play it. That's how it is at the end of the day. They reportedly won't use the traditional gacha system for unlocking characters. Instead, characters can be obtained in 2 ways. Progressing through the main storyline or randomly encountering and recruiting characters in the open world. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. So we're basically treating this... I'll be honest, if y'all played GTA 4, that's how it was in GTA 4. I don't know if they kept that in 5, but I know this was the case in 4. So in GTA 4, you would happen to have a blue dot or blue icon, and you would you would drive across or maybe walking across some side characters that the main character Nico would, you know, talk with and interact with. And if you help them out, you get paid, or you might have them as a friend long term or some shit like that. That's how it would usually go. So if they're doing it like that, that's some good inspiration from GTA again. And I don't think GTA is even bringing that back. I don't think they've ever brought that back again. So that's very interesting. But I will say this. Look, if the game's fun, if the game's good, if the game's great, and those are like 3, that if is carrying heavy, by the way, then we'll see what'll happen. We'll see how much money this game's going to make. You see it right here. It says, that's right. All characters can be obtained through in-game gameplay. There are many ways to acquire characters. The most basic method is to progress through the main storyline. Players will naturally encounter new characters and acquire them. Another way to acquire them by chance is while encountering other characters in the open world. But most basic and mainstream method is through the main story. The game only starts with the team leader. Characters like Taffy will be unlocked gradually as the story progresses. We designed it so that characters are acquired naturally through the main storyline. Essentially, it's a mode where the longer you play, the more characters you get. Players might be curious about BMs, Body Masters, I guess. Okay. In Infinite, the main BMs are cosmetic items and vehicles. So basically, I guess from how they're pointing, I guess the way how they're going about it is like this. Say if you got a shirt that was a female shirt, right? But then you want to put it on a male character. Apparently they'll make it so that it would be it would adjust so that it would fit the male character. So, or and vice versa, whereas you have a shirt that's meant for a male, but then you swap over to a female, and they would have it on, they would adjust to that. So if it's something like that, that's actually pretty cool. That's kind of like how it is with Monster Hunter Wilds right now, I guess. Something like that. If that's all, then I hope for this game's success in the future. I just hope that we get the chance to play it. Hopefully nothing bad happens with it. That's the last report I had with them, that I saw with them, was that they was having some issues. But so far we haven't heard from them in a couple months, and just the one piece of news we've gotten from them. All right, Tekken. I should say fighting game, to be more exact. We have fighting game incest. Who would have thought we would be saying this? We would usually reserve this for sports. But apparently fighting games ain't exactly immune either. The Tekken director, Katsuhiro Harada, is back. But this time he has his own studio backed by the old fighting game rival SNK. That is very interesting. Now, I think the last we've heard of him, we thought he was just gonna, retire? Maybe it came off as retirement? But that's crazy to me. The motherfucker went from Tekken to SNK. Like, that is the most craziest form of most craziest form of jumping ship to another rival than I've ever seen. Like, we already know how it is in comparison when it goes to football. That's essentially what this is here, which is pretty damn weird. All right, Mega Man news. Capcom news that has nothing to do with, Monster Hunter for once. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection has reached the highest possible rating of overwhelmingly positive on Steam. God damn, this game must be crazy. Overwhelmingly positive, 96%. That is hard to do considering we have a lot of games on Steam and a lot of games in general. To be able to reach 96%, hey, you got it. Omega says, do you want to know why? Because they killed it with all the content from a franchise that debuted back in 06. Hey, it took them long enough. It took them long enough. You know what I mean? That is unbelievable. I want to actually see what this looks like because I don't think I've seen what this looks like. I want to see why it got that 96%. Now, I understand you, Omega, and I understand plenty of others have told me you need to start getting into Mega Man. And maybe it's like this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe it'll come to that point. But who knows? Maybe this game would be the start. Who knows? But I want to see why. Yep, I want to see why. I will say this. I do remember looking at Mega Man NT Warrior. I do remember looking at it from Kids WB. I do remember that. I actually did like seeing it. And after that, I just didn't know what happened to the show. It's like Kids WB stopped showing it, which was weird to me. Star Force follows the same battle concept Battle Network does. Oh, okay. Wasn't NT Warrior based on Battle Network? And Omega confirms. On a grid. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it looks. Looks like they're on a grid. And you moved in real time. Did I see that right? I know I'm not tripping. Battle Network's grid field is facing left to right, while Star Force, on the other hand, is facing forward. Okay. Oh shit. Omega X's there is voiced by Kyle Herbert, aka Ryu. Oh shit, you got Ryu in the show. There was a game, One Step from Eden. It's hugely inspired by Battle Network, and you should take a look at it. Interesting. Huh. That's why you name yourself that. You going to skip the actual combat? Okay. I'm trying to if I'm able to get there. Okay. Oh my god, he keeps calling me! sadly might not be able to finish up the full episode, but let me go ahead and make this quick. We got this here with Xbox, which is very interesting. I'm sorry I have to cut this off. My cousin keeps fucking calling me. I wish I said no to go. He wants me to go to Dave & Buster's with him. He said it shows Microsoft's new Xbox Cloud gaming controller. It's flat as fuck, but I understand why. Because like what you said, for you, it's like, yeah, I get why. But yeah, I'll be taking a look at the gameplay when I'm out. We also got this right here with My Adventures with Superman. Getting to season 3. Slight bit of media news, but hey, I can't wait for this. I actually did like having to watch My Adventures with Superman. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all deserve it to yourself. It's pretty damn good. I enjoy watching it. So I'll leave it right here in the news section so y'all can take a look at it for yourself. But yeah, till then, guys, I gotta go. My cousin's gonna keep on pestering me, calling me. So till then, I'll be back here tonight for some Yakuza. Bye.